you under the sun. Israel been doing the same stuff from the beginning of time. It's just that your pastor too lazy not to study this stuff and read it to y'all. And he don't want y'all to leave. Because he got his Mercedes-Benz money in his congregation seat. He can't make y'all feel too bad. Go ahead.
Verse 11. And there they burnt incense in all the high places,
yes, sir,
as did the heathen whom the Lord carried away before them, and wrought wicked things to provoke the Lord to anger.
Provoke who? They provoking him to anger. When you sit up here and take part in these holidays, and you don't care nothing about God's holy days, anger. Go ahead.
For they served idols, whereof the Lord had said unto them, Ye shall not do this thing.
He said, don't do this now. Go ahead.
Yet the Lord testified against Israel and against Judah by all the prophets and by all the seers, saying, Turn ye from your evil ways and keep my commandment and my statute.
He said, keep his commandment. What they tell you in the church today? Oh, you can't keep that whole law. The whole law too hard. Jesus came back and gave us 2 commandments. Love God with all your heart and love your neighbor as yourself. That's all you got to do, Jeff. I said, you're a liar. You got to keep them all. He said, and they keep not the commandments and my statutes. Go ahead.
According to all the law which I commanded your fathers, and which I sent to you by my servant the prophets. Notwithstanding, they would not hear, but harden their necks, like to the neck of their fathers, that did not believe in the Lord their God.
This is so true. Go and tell even these people in the world, don't eat that swine. Watch how they make you hard up. What you trying to tell me? You a God? You got everything right? Yeah. Don't put that Christmas tree up. Who you talking to? Who made you God? Their necks hardened because you telling them about the law, and they say, man, who are you? They just get so resistant. That's all you got to find out. You start teaching them this law, talking about the law. Watch how they neck harden up. I ain't teaching you what Jeff said. I'm teaching what the Lord said. This is his. I'm just his mouthpiece. That's it. Watch how they harden their necks when you tell them what the book say. Go ahead.
Verse 15. And they rejected his statutes.
See what I'm saying? They rejected his statute. Man, I don't want to hear about no Sabbath day. My son play football today. I'm going to watch my boy. We're going to have a good time. I don't want to hear about no Sabbath day. We got a birthday party to go to.
That's right.
I don't want to hear about this right here. Watch how they necks stiffen up. Watch how they stiffen up. They think you telling them not to do that. I'm not telling you not to do this. The Lord telling you. But you want to do what you want to do, all right, fine. This is what I tell people. When stuff ain't going right, it's your fault. A lot of stuff we bring on ourselves because we stiffen our neck to the commandments of God. This is how Israel got kicked out the land. Still on pace, still on course, just showing you how Israel got kicked out. And Esau came into our land and stolen our identity. Go ahead.
Starting 15. And they rejected his statutes and his covenant that he made with their fathers, and his testimonies which he testified against them. And they followed vanity and became vain, and went after the heathen that were around about them, concerning whom the Lord had charged them, that they should not do like them.
They said they follow vanities. All this stuff, vanities, all this wealth in the world, all this different type of car, all this stuff that not of God. When you know you breaking the laws of God to get this, that's vanity. It's gonna be burnt up. They don't hear nothing I got to say about the book. Don't do that, man. Don't eat that swine. Don't go over there to that Christmas party. Don't do all this stuff. Like that lady and the Arabs killed them people in that health building or something like that this past weekend. Y'all didn't catch that. What they were doing in that health building at the time? They're having a holiday party. Having a holiday party at that time. Following after their gods. 14 killed, about 20 wounded. Something like that. 17, 14, something like that. All this stuff running down the pipeline right here. Don't get it twisted. You just got to have somebody to show you this. But they said they followed after the vanities and went after the heathen, the other nations. Oh, I got to show it to the Christmas party. I got to. Okay, go ahead. Verse 16.
And they left all the commandments of the Lord their God and made them molten images, even 2 calves, and made a grove and worshipped all the host of heaven and served Baal.
Wow. Made all the host of heaven. The next time you watch a person put a Christmas tree up, watch the ornaments they put on there. They got the stone top, host of heaven. They got the round balls, host of heaven. Those are the planets. They got all them different type of things that represent the host of heaven. That's all the sun, the moon, the stars, all this stuff. It's on your tree. And guess what you do? You go bow down and put the Christmas present up under there. You bow into a tree. And what else you do? You get around the tree and sing nice Christmas songs. Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree. Where you get this from? And they feel like this stuff is so holy, make you feel warm inside. Oh, you better check yourself before you do this. You're going to be dead. Go ahead, brother.
And they caused their sons and their daughters to pass through the fire and use divinations and enchantments and sold themselves to do evil in the sight of the Lord to provoke him to anger.
Here was sacrifice. This is what they do with the Baphomet, the Freemasons back in the day. They sacrifice kids. They're still doing it today, whether you know it or not. Some of the food they done put these kids' bodies into this stuff out here. But that's another lesson. Go ahead.
Therefore the Lord was very angry with Israel.
Very angry.
And removed them out of his sight. There was none left but the tribe of Judah only.
He was very angry with Israel. Removed out of his sight. Israel were the 9 tribes that were taken by the Assyrians. That's the northern kingdom. And Judah was the southern kingdom, was the 3 tribes left. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. They were separated. It's a reason why Judah was there. Go ahead, we're going to show you this.
Also Judah kept not the commandments of the Lord their God, but walked in the statutes of Israel which they made.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
And the Lord rejected all the seed of Israel and afflicted them, and delivered them into the hand of spoilers, until he had cast them out of his sight.
There we go, going into slavery again. Assyrian this time. Go ahead.
For he rent Israel from the house of David, and they made Jeroboam the son of Nebat king, and Jeroboam drove Israel from following the Lord and made them sin a great sin.
All we want a king now. The king is to let you have fun. This joker right here was very evil, Jeroboam. Very evil. He was the king of Israel. He drove them to do sinful things. This joker had started sacrificing swine on the altar. All this stuff. Keep on reading. You'll understand this. Go ahead.
For the children of Israel walked in all the sins of Jeroboam, which he did. They departed not from them.
Be careful who you follow. Be careful. Go ahead.
Until the Lord removed Israel out of his sight, as he had said by all his servants the prophet. So was Israel carried away out of their own land to Assyria unto this day.
See, he carried them out of their own land. And so those people over there in Assyria, you still got them 9 tribes over there. But they call themselves the Ebu, forgot the name, the Ebu tribe. They're still over there in Israel, but on our side, they having a hard time. They persecuting the brothers because they know who they are. Still doing it. But this is who came in the land. Go ahead.
Verse 24. And the king of Assyria brought men from Babylon and from Cuthah and from Ava and from Hamath and from Seraphim, and placed them in the cities of Samaria instead of the children of Israel.
So you should did that. Go ahead.
And they possessed Samaria and dwelt in the cities thereof.
You see what we read in Obadiah? How God told him he shouldn't even came in that land. But this joker right here, he when he came in the land, he brought those people over into the land. That wasn't what you're supposed to do. You weren't supposed to bring these people in the land, but this is who he brought over there. And this young right here, he over there still. Esau. Esau, amongst all of them still over there in Israel, fighting over a land that's yours, and we don't even care about it. We don't know nothing about it. Why don't they just stop fighting? Why don't you understand whose land is it? It's your land. But he brought the king of Assyria, brought these other people over his land. They shouldn't have done that. But go ahead, verse 25.
And so it was at the beginning of their dwelling day that they feared not the Lord. Therefore the Lord sent lions among them, which slew some of them.
And they didn't fear the Lord because they didn't understand the custom, the laws of the land. So the lions would eat them up left and right. They said, we got to do something about it. We got to find out what we supposed to be doing in this land. Because these lions are killing us left and right. Go ahead. This is what they did.
Wherefore they spake to the king of Assyria, saying, the nations which thou hast removed and placed in the cities of Samaria know not the manner of God of the land.
Yes, sir.
Therefore he has sent lions among them, and behold, they slay them, because they know not the manner of the God of the land.
He said, these nations don't know God. This is, understand that the land of Israel is very special to God. Very special. When they came in there, God was sending all kinds of junk to eat them up. All kinds of lions to eat them up. So they had to be smart. They said, man, we got to go back and get one of them Israelites so he can teach us what to do. And that's what they did. Go ahead.
Then the king of Assyria commanded, saying, carry thither one of the priests whom you brought from thence, and let them go and dwell there, and let him teach them the manner of the God of the land.
Let them teach them. That's why Esau know all that about your law. They know the law better than we know it. But the only thing is, they reject Jesus. They said Jesus is not our God. They reject. They still waiting on God to come back. They said, go back and get this Levite, which is the Israel priest. Hey, he got to teach us what not to do. I bet they would set up all kind of Christmas trees. But they would set up, see, Christmas trees just didn't come with the Roman. It was a Babylonian custom. This thing has been around for a long time. In Jeremiah chapter 10, it's been here forever.
That's right.
So the thing is, they started doing the custom of what they believed was right. But them lions were coming in, man, we got to do something about this. Let's go get that Levite, that priest, so he can show us what we're doing wrong. Go ahead.
Verse 28. Then one of the priests whom they had carried away from Samaria came and dwelt in Bethel, and taught them how they should fear the Lord.
Taught them how they should fear the Lord. No, just he taught them how to love. No, fear the Lord. Fear. I keep telling people this is what it's all about. If you don't fear this God, you will do any and everything you want to do. Go ahead.
Howbeit every nation made gods of their own, and put them in the house of the high places which the Samaritans had made. Every nation in their cities wherein they dwelt.
See, when they came in there, they started putting all these different types of gods in their houses. And God said, man, y'all doing this in my house? Go get these lions. Y'all start beating them up. Eat them up. So this is the reason why we got kicked out. And it's showing you who's in the land today, which is Esau or Edom. Let's go to Revelations. Romans chapter 9 and verse 9. Now y'all understand why God is doing the things he do? You got to understand it. This might be a lot for you, but we got to understand the plans of God. We got to. If we don't understand the plans of God, we're going to jack this up. We're going to start going after other people and say, oh, that's Israel. They got the truth over there. We got to follow Israel. No. Israel is the one over here you shoot down, put 16 bullets in your back. That's us. You got to follow the real Jew, or the real, excuse me, he's a Jew, the real Israelite. I don't know what tribe they're from. We just say we Israel. Only ones in the land today are calling themselves Jews. You got two or three more after this. Ain't gonna be long. I just had to make sure y'all understand the foundation of this. Understand it. Romans chapter 9 and verse 9. Listen to what God said right here. Go ahead.
For this is the word of promise. At this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son.
This is what he said. This is the word of promise. That Sarah, Abraham and Sarah going to have a son. Who's that son? Isaac. He's the son of the promise. This is the one you need to follow. Whether you Israel or not, you better follow the God or his God. Go ahead.
And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac.
Yes, sir. We know who Rebekah conceived. That's Jacob. Right here. He was the promised seed too. Go ahead.
For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of God according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that called.
See, this thing is not about works per se. He called this from the beginning before the kids were ever born. He said you're going to have two nations in your belly. And one nation, which is the eldest, will serve the youngest. Esau came out first, but Esau sold his birthright and despised it. Jacob got it. When Jacob got it, he got the promised seed, which had the 12 tribes of Israel. Go ahead.
It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger.
Yes, sir.
As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
He told him, I hate this cat. Why? We found out in Obadiah why he hated him. He came in and he took everything of yours, of ours, excuse me. Go ahead.
What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God? God forbid.
So they always say, man, God don't hate. Yes, he do. Oh, man, he never read this. Ain't no unrighteousness in it. This thing is righteous. He knows the mindset of this particular boy, Esau. He knows what he's doing. He knows that he's not the Israelite. He knows it, but he claiming your heritage and my heritage. Go ahead.
Verse 15. For he says to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
That's God's job. He said, I'm going to have mercy whoever I have mercy on. And compassion whoever I have compassion. It ain't nothing about what you're doing. It's what I do. It's all about me. Learn the way I think so you won't get jacked up in this world. Learn. It ain't about my feelings. It ain't about your feelings. This is what's in this book. Because you get twisted in your feelings. I don't feel. I just don't feel the love, man. That's wrong with you. You looking for somebody to love you, to feel like. You better make sure that cat or that woman doing right by you. Forget love, feeling love. What I mean by feeling, that warm feeling you get, I can't live without you and all this stuff. That's Hollywood. Love is, that cat ain't coming home whipping my behind. That cat ain't slapping me, beating me down. Or my wife, she ain't out there sleeping around on me. We might get in some spats and talk and whatnot, but I know she loves me, she ain't stepping out on me. And I love her, I ain't stepping out on her. That's love. Not like I melt time I see you. Let's go to Revelation chapter 3. Revelation chapter 3, verse 9. If you go off feeling, you're going to be a sad person in this world. You ain't going to never, I'm telling you, you're not going to be accepted. You're not going to accept yourself because you worry about how you feel. You better worry about how this person is doing right about you. If he's doing right or she doing right, that's what you should be focusing on. Boy, I can't stress that now because Israel is a fulfilling nation. Somebody can kill our son and get on the news tomorrow. Oh, I forgive him. I just can't do that. You don't say nothing to me right now until I deal with this stuff myself, because I'm ready to go get you. You some of mine. But we some of the most forgiving people. Forgiving. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But you gotta understand, make sure that person do right by you. Right. It don't have to feel right, as long as it's right. and folk looking for the situation of God. Every situation that Israel is in, we in a bad situation. We don't control our emotions, we're going to forever keep going on that merry-go-round and being in captivity. Folks shooting and killing us. Because we're looking for somebody to love us in the wrong way. This love right here, telling you what you can and cannot do in God's house. This love. Let's go to Revelation chapter 3, and verse 9. So we understand this now. Go ahead.
Behold, I will make them of the synagogues of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee.
See, they're lying when they say they are Jews. We don't call ourselves Jews, do we? We call ourselves Negroes around here, black, African Americans, and all this stuff. Never refer to us as the Israelites or the Jews per se. Who are those people? Esau seed, who said that they are Jews. They are not. God already said. Jesus said, I know they ain't. Don't worry about it. I got you. I got you. I'm going to take care of you. You just make sure you follow these commandments like I said. Your time will come. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience.
That's the key. Keep the word of my patience. Keep his word. Keep it. How you keep it? Keep it one today. We here on the Sabbath day. We ain't lying, stealing, killing, committing adultery, honoring our father, mother, doing all those commandments. We not being homosexuals. We doing what God said. We keeping the words of his patience. Go ahead.
I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. When you keep his word, he gonna keep you through temptation. Because if you go on what you feel, you're gonna gravitate to what makes you feel good. And then you ain't gonna understand that same person that whispering them feel good words in your ear, that the same person got that knife in your back stabbing you. Waiting for you to slip. Because he tickling your emotions, or she tickling your emotions. Don't go by that. You better find out that cat gonna do right by you. Wow. Man, I ain't gonna talk about some of these stuff I did, but go ahead. Verse 11, behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown.
He said he coming. Just hold on. Don't let him take your crown. Because of your emotions, because your temptation, your hour of temptation. It's hard. Like I tell you all the time, pull back from it. You feel yourself just going into an argument with a person over and over and over and over again. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing.